all, Happy New Year, everybody. I wish everybody a glorious, wonderful, and blessed New Year 2025. I pray 2025 brings brings everything we've prayed, wished, and always wanted, even the things that we couldn't accomplish or we couldn't achieve in 2024. Pray 2025 bring all of that to reality. All right. If you're here for the first time, thank you for stopping by, and please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And don't forget to turn on your post notifications. All right. What brought me here today? So I'm here today to really answer a question that somebody asked me, I think about a week or two ago. So there was this question that somebody asked me. The person knows me personally. So it was more within the lines of, so destined, being a single mother, why do you think we have so many single mothers nowadays? Yeah, yeah. So I had to really, in as much as the woman in me was screaming out, like, yeah, it's the men's fault, it's the men's fault, it's the men's fault. Like, put all the blame on the men. But our people say it takes two to tango. So, in as much as I so badly wanted to do that, I had to be realistic. I had to be real with myself. So, I took my time to really think. First of all, and we people say it takes two to tango, and having a lot of single mothers nowadays, it's not just the men's fault. I'll start with my gender first of all. How most of us, or some of us, play a role in our own bewilderment. You know, becoming a single mother, because that's a full-time job. That's a hard thing. You know, for both genders, actually, I will put trauma as a number one element in all of this, because as a girl, as a girl growing up, um some of us grew up in homes where we're not loved. Some of us grew up, if you've gone through my videos, you see, like, but in as much as maybe I keep bringing it up, if you really sit down, look at it, and really think about things, everything starts from, they say charities begins at home. So it all starts from the roots, like, how did you grow up? So we have some of our sisters, or we have some of us who grew up in homes where uh, we were not loved, where we did not, where we were neglected. We did not have men or father figures to teach us how we are to be loved, or how love is supposed to be. It's how we're supposed to be loved, to be treated, respected, handled, cared for. You know. So, growing up as adults now, if you as a woman that went through that, you have not healed, you have not processed that, you are yet to come to terms with that, and actually teach yourself or unlearn those bad traits or those things you learn, you end up falling for anything that looks like love. Yeah. And sometimes, yeah, we end up falling for anything that looks like love, and that causes most of us to end up being single parents. Second, second factor, or second thing related to trauma is, for women, is some of us grew up in homes where we saw our parents, especially our mothers, being very disrespectful to our fathers, or we grew up in homes where there was verbal abuse, like using all sort of words, like both parents going at each other, disrespecting each other, yelling at each other, cursing each other out. So, and as a girl that grew up in that kind of environment, you grow up thinking that's love, or knowing that as the only language that you know when it comes to love. So you end up being very disrespectful, very
Rude.
what's the word? Um, what's the word I'm looking for? God. We are very unaccommodating. Like we are just right. Let's just put it that way. So, and there is no man, no matter how much they love you, that wants to be with a woman who doesn't respect them, who curses them out at the slightest given opportunity, who doesn't appreciate them. So that's also another factor. So most of these men walk away. All right. And then yeah, I don't okay. To name but a few, let me stop there for the women. And for the men, uh the trauma part is mostly most of these men grew up in homes, or some of these men grew up in homes where it was only their mother. Even though some of them their fathers were present physically, but their mother was a go-to person for everything. So some of them twisted psychology. Some of them grew up thinking it's a woman's responsibility to cater, take care, and provide somehow. Even though I don't know, but some people actually think and believe that. Some men, and you have the ones that because they did not have also father figures or a man in their lives, so teach them how a man uh, should be, should treat a woman, should treat their kids, to provide, protect for their families. Then some of them just you know how what they should do, what a man should do, what a man should be, how a man should be with his family, with his kids. They don't know any better also. In as much as okay, with all that said, in as much as we can blame it on trauma, we also have some of us our own personalities, our own issues, our own problems. Even though that might be the genesis of it all, but I always say, as a grown up person, as an adult, I'm trying to say that not as an adult, you owe it to yourself and for your children, if you already have them, or your future children, to process, to heal yourself, to work on the things you need to work on for yourself. Because they say hurt people. If you are not healed, you just end up hurting more people. I mean, the ones you love more especially, most especially. So here, okay, we have so many unhealed people. So many of us are so damaged. We are so, our traumas, our problems are so deep rooted that we don't even, and we have, we have some people are so oblivious to these things, where the others just don't want to face them because of their ego. So, in as much as I want to say it's the men's fault, it's we the women also we play a great role. Sometimes we get carried. Oh, I like him, I love him. Oh, he's this, he's cute, he's good. Cute is not going to take care of those kids. Cute, cute is not going to pay for those kids for tuition or their school fees. It's not going to clothe them. No. Most of our men now, most of our men, our brothers today, they are so selfish. So, like I'm talking about, okay, um, oh boy, where am I going to start with this? Some men do not even know what they want. They do not even have their priorities straight. And as I said, for the women after birth or during pregnancy or after birth, they have to make that switch like real fast with no time to process everything or anything at all. But the men, yeah. So, am I putting it all on the men? No. But yeah, majority is on the men. Women, we get carried away. We get lost in the moment sometimes. And that's on us also. And we have to take responsibility. We have to take responsibility of that. And we pay most times we pay for those mistakes by having to take care of and cater for the kids by ourselves. Whilst the men walk away, they go live their lives, uh, have other families, more children, take care of other people that I can say are not important to them.